Because as I've learned more over the years, and as I have exposed Israel for corruption and bad things they're doing, and being right there in the middle of it, it actually makes the Nazis attack me more. They don't want that. They're not being real. And they'll say, well, we're not Nazis. We only want to kill the Jews. Whatever you want to call yourselves. It's despicable, and it's crazy, and it's wrong. Okay, so I said I'd take a lot of calls, but that one caller, just absolutely had to be responded to because it's just nuts. I mean, it's totally and completely nuts that you can't just criticize corrupt individuals that are doing things. You have to make it about entire groups of people. And I, for one, am tired of it. I'm tired of people making fun of folks that wear cowboy hats and got a suntan and a red neck because they work outside all day and bust their hind end. I'm tired of it, but people like it. People like to pick groups out, and I'm so tired of TV always making fun of Southerners, making fun of people in Texas, making fun of people. I'm just sick of it, but it's what people like because it makes them feel good about themselves. Alex Jones reaching tens of millions of people a month, Alex Jones trailblazing the awakening against the globalist, and there's all these armchair quarterbacks and people with podcasts with 15 listeners who can just sit back and go, forget all his work, everything. I'm better than him because I can make up lies about him. Well, good for you. I know who I am. I'm proud of who I am, okay? And quite frankly, the lies and the attacks and the disinformation, that helps me wake up every morning when I'm tired. You know how stomach bugs work. First one child gets it, then your wife gets it, then the other two children get it, then you get it. I was up a lot last night, with children sick and everything else. I didn't want to come in today, got bloodshot eyes, but I came in here because I've got issues and things to talk about. Okay, I've got important things to discuss. I'm fighting the TSA, the federal takeover. We can do it successfully together. We're fighting to not have the dollar devalued. We're fighting to keep property rights in place and the Second Amendment. And people just insert, yeah, but the Jews all need to be killed. What? What? And you're so warped in your thinking, you think that's normal. You think you call in and talk about mass murder and that you're some moral, wonderful person. There's a reason the Southern Poverty Law Center and ADL and others call me the #1 enemy, because I'm effective and I'm real and I'm cogent and I'm on point and I reach people with common sense and logic. And why is the TSA such a great issue to fight the globalist on? Well, it's key for them to take over society in the 10th Amendment. It's their federal occupation rollout under FEMA and DHS, but also it's something whether you're left or right, conservative, libertarian, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, atheist, nobody likes it. Almost no one likes it. And this big myth that we were going to go along with it so they could break our will is falling. And so we're coming together. That's what the globalists don't want. Come together around ideas. I don't care if you're white, Hispanic, Jewish, doesn't matter to me. It's what's in your mind. And if you're running around waving Mexican flags and so upset by American flags, you make, the school teachers send kids home who are wearing American flags on their shirts, an Old Navy shirt. That's crazy. It's not that I dislike the hordes of immigrants that are here because of their skin color. I dislike them because I know most of them have been taught in Mexico that this country's bad. And I know they vote over 90% to take my guns and take my private property. They've made themselves the enemy because of what's in their mind. I'm trying to reach out to those people. I want us to win. I want us to go to the stars. I want us to be successful. I don't dislike some black supremacist because he's black. I dislike him because he's saying he wants to kill me and my family and is making me his enemy when I don't want to be his enemy. That's why I have black activists on this show that are actually doing something about the fact that 52%, I was wrong saying 51, 52% of blacks are never born in this country. Where's your black leaders on that? Really listen to what we say. Really listen to what we do. Search your soul. Search your discernment. Okay, here's the big announcement. I'm going to come back and go to calls. Mark Dice will be on at 8 after, but I got to go to some of your calls. Here's the deal. Charlie Sheen's my friend. Charlie Sheen's always been drug-free when I know him, married, upstanding. Not even using profanity. Very pious, focused. He went on this 7-month jag, got wild. He's off of it now, obviously high on endorphins, being totally clean. that's a side effect of it, is really being awake and alive. Media calls it mania, but I call it being awake and alive and trying to be totally truthful. But I'm on the jet airplane with him when he came to pick me up 3 weeks ago, flying out to California. He flew me back to, and I said, you got to get a Twitter account instead of just sending stuff through TMZ. You got to get a Twitter account. You got to get a Twitter account. He finally did get a Twitter account. It's almost 2 million people now in 3 days. World record, Guinness Book of World Records. And I thought to myself, why am I giving advice, but then not following my own advice? We've had a Twitter account for, 6 months or so, twitter.com/RealAlexJones. And I never promote it. I never hardly use it. We're going to start sending photos out daily. I'm going to start giving you sneak peeks of what's coming up. I'm going to start, because this is a powerful tool where I can be on the ground in New York City or anywhere else at a rally or the police are about to arrest me, and I can fire out a Twitter. So I know how to Twitter. I send out some Twitters, but I'm going to start sending out a lot of Twitters, and I want to get 100,000 Twitter followers by next Friday. We got 23,000 without even trying. We got actually 2 other accounts. If you count them all, it's about 60,000 followers. But we want to focus on this one Twitter account, twitter.com/RealAlexJones. Go follow us there. We'll use this globalist tool against them. Paul Watson's doing a blurb article on this with the headline, Alex Jones invades Twitter. And please send it out to everybody. It'll be up in the next 30 minutes. Get everybody to join our Twitter account. And then you can also post your stuff on there, obviously, and the We Are Change material, and a symbiotic relationship to use this globalist tool against them. Google has changed their algorithm twice the last 6 months, admittedly, trying to restrict and block alternative media. Our growth curve is so fast, they haven't been able to block us, but they have slowed us. And they admit it's targeting myself, Drudge Report, and others. So, please, Twitter.com/RealAlexJones. We're going to do a Google search term and test the new Google algorithm that's trying to block us getting #1 search terms. We haven't done this in over a week. I need you to Google Alex Jones Twitter. Alex Jones Twitter. AlexJones_Twitter. 3 words. Alex Jones Twitter. Alex Jones Twitter. And I want to make that #1 to test what Google's doing, but also to get more people on our Twitter account, because we've dominated InfoWars and Prison Planet. #1 and #2, respectively, alternative websites. That's even engaged by mainstream media. We've dominated YouTube with upwards of 300 million views on all our channels now. Almost 90 million on one channel. We've dominated. Now we're going to dominate Twitter. Another salvo in the info war. Twitter.com/RealAlexJones. Google, search the term Alex Jones Twitter. We'll be right back. Help us get that out. Put it in the Google search box over and over again.
Forget everything you've been told about long-term food storage. When the collapse happens, you'll need the single most effective way to get high-powered Delta Force nutrients to your family fast. Like any Special Forces commando, you need a plan. You need a Black Hawk Down food plan. Introducing the Survival Sprout Bank from Solutions from Science. It's your countertop survival garden. Yes, grow fresh greens right on your countertop in just a few short days. Sprouts are the green shoots that emerge from newly germinated seeds, and they are powerhouses of living, easily absorbed nutrients. The Survival Sprout Bank is a complete kit with nothing else to buy. And with sprouts so easy to grow, even children can grow emergency food. Call 877-327-0365 or go to survivalsproutbank.com. That's 877-327-0365 or order online at survivalsproutbank.com. Survival Sprout Bank, your Black Hawk Down emergency food plan.
America, you've been warned. For weeks, we've been warning you about a single event we believe will happen in the next 12 months that will shake the very foundations of our nation. We've told you about the video that details this shocking prediction. So far, over 6 million people have watched this free video online. Have you? Again, this big event has nothing to do with war or the stock market, yet it could change everything about your normal way of life. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your family. Could this really happen? Well, the man who created this video has been right about many predictions in his career. He was among the first to predict the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. If you haven't taken time to watch this free video, do it right now. You may never think about America the same way again. You can find the free video at endofamerica3.com. Again, that's www.endofamerica3.com. EndOfAmerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at EndOfAmerica3.com. That's EndOfAmerica3.com.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
Don't worry, this show is documented. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We are back live. Let's go to your phone calls. Eric in California, thanks for holding.
Hey, what's up?
Worldwide broadcast, welcome.
Yeah, I just appreciate all the things that you're doing for everybody. I'm a new. I've been following you every day, listening and everything. I just got a couple of things about that last caller. He sounds like a Hitler already, like in the making, but I just thinks the same way. But about
but you got to notice there's schizophrenic thinking. Hitler didn't kill anybody, but we need to kill everybody.
Yeah, but he got somebody thinking the same path, but he's not going to pull out and really actually do it. But that's still halfway there.
No, a lot of these people would start killing whole groups of people if they could, and that's why we got the Second Amendment.
Yeah, but that's why I'm going to go buy my gun, and I'm going to get legit and get legalized and pass the test. But I think it's all Hollywood, and the elites were doing it in Hollywood. And Tupac and Michael Jackson, all of them talked about it and expressed it in songs. And ODB, and they all got murdered, or they got killed like a secret way. And thinking about Charlie Sheen, I was thinking about, I make music myself, so when you express your music about New World Order and all those things that's killing down in public and the government, on songs you express yourself. So when you get interviewed in the public, you're already vented, so you don't really blowing up like that. But Charlie Sheen, when he does scripts and movies, he can't express himself. He has to play a role and read it line from line that they wrote.
No, he has a lot of power, and by totally blowing everybody away right now, and that's why I think he is in danger. I appreciate your call. Let's talk to Mark in Oregon. Mark, you're on the air.
Good morning, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Alex, I'd like to speak very briefly on God's current and increasing wrath and heartbreak over the effect of the abominable sins which have taken place.
Yeah, God is dropping his hammer on America. There's no doubt.
They've taken place in America, and then they've been exported to the whole world, as well as his heartbreak caused by the fact that his true people who are called by his name have not relied on his power and guidance to stand up and defeat evil. From God's point of view, repentance unto him with a sincere heart for our personal and national sins in public all across this land is all that is left to humanity in America and the whole world to bring Almighty God's power back into our land and our world, by which he, through his true children, will initiate effective spiritual warfare to defeat the evil forces.
Mark, I hear you, and I appreciate your call, but the globalists have taken over the churches to believe it's the end of the world, don't fight evil, so they're just sitting there in their churches that are now, most of them, FEMA-directed and controlled. I'm moving quick here. Thank you, Mark. David in Arizona, you're on the air.
Hey, Mr. Jones, it's great to talk to you. All your information has totally changed my life. Speaking about Howard Stern yesterday, I used to listen to him all of, 5 years, whatever, loved it. And when I found out about you, I turned that off, got Prison Planet TV membership, and have just been listening the whole time.
Well, that's how God uses wicked people and wicked things that happen and corrupt things that happen to actually